Hello, and welcome to hyzermediadg's tournament coverage of the 25th anniversary Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova. We're doing some nice throwback footage in the off-season for you. I'm Emily Dale in the booth, joined by Nathan Johnson.
This is going to be a fun little back nine. We've got a very exciting round going over at the Innova course here at Wild Horse Disc Golf Club. Taking a look at some of our front nine scorecards. Very exciting, colorful scorecards. Sofia Donnecke still leading the way, 2 under through 9, 8 under for the tournament. Lykke Lorentzen putting on a pretty good move at 3 under herself. Maria Oliva and Leah Sinagini with the hot rounds currently at 4 down. We'll see how it shapes out at the end of all this.
Yeah, we see a lot of moves being made here in round 2. But we do have a lot of golf left. This is a 4-round tournament, so starting our back nine, hole 10 is the first par 5 over at this course, 721 feet. Players are really just trying to clear the gap here, get as far down in the fairway, get some good ground play on this shorter grass. As we've seen before, we have some OB golf greens, hazards, and a basket that's on a little hill.
I feel like I've heard that before during
And
this
wind.
commentary.
Have I mentioned there's wind
There
here?
you go. Wind there. Now we have the full circle of the Las Vegas Challenge. The 4 horsemen of the Las Vegas Challenge. Sofia Donnecke leading the way here with her. This is what you want. Just blast something out there. Fade out to the left is fine. There's plenty of space over there. This one is definitely reachable for big arms like her, but we'll see how aggressive she decides to get.
And like I said on the front end, we've had a lot of eagle spottings this tournament. Can we see some more?
Eagle and goose spottings. Plenty of wildlife.
So much foul.
Yes, foul. Foul play. This is Lorentzen with a little nice shot as well. This hole, the not too much danger on the tee shot. Good looking shot from Emily Yale as well.
It's definitely framed up nice with the little willow branches, making a nice little way to get out there. I don't know if that's a willow tree, but it's going to be called one today.
Yep, I'm not going to act like I know the differences between the trees that are on this course. This one's good for Michelle if it can get back to that hyzer angle. Not quite. So that's going to be a little pinched on the right side. She'll probably have to lay up from there just because of the shape to get to the green.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a par 5, so that's fine.
And unfortunately, Emily did find the hazard there. Didn't quite have the height to get over it.
Yeah, a couple of bunkers on the right side of this fairway as you get closer to the green that you're going to want to make sure to avoid.
Oh,
I thought we were going to get a crazy little kickback inbounds, but
I thought so too.
Unfortunately, the right side of that cart path is out, so Michelle will have to take a penalty stroke. Sofia, let's see if she wants to go for the green. This looks like an aggressive play.
Get up there. Get up there.
Oh my God.
Now stop. That's
It's like 15 feet.
I don't have words. That's amazing.
She got a putt to go 5 under through the last 3 holes, which would be pretty incredible. Lorentzen had even closer off after her drive off the tee, and she almost rings it up. Goes about 40 long. These ladies are just like making this hole look easy.
Yale playing from the hazard here. Good recovery shot.
Yeah, that'll be a good par save for her. Michelle, she's going to try to do the same. This one's a little high, needs to settle. Because there is an out-of-bounds green up there, but I think she is good.
Oh. It looked good for Lykke. Unfortunately, came up just a little bit short.
Yeah, just got nubbed.
An eagle bid once again.
Wow.
It's still exciting.
That's the best 3-hole stretch that you're like ever gonna see in frisbee golf. I mean, I don't know how much better you could do than 5 under in 3 holes.
Michelle was happy with that birdie. Or par, sorry. A little par save for her.
Yeah. So second quote unquote disappointing birdie of the round for Lorentzen. She's had a couple of eagle looks, has been unable to connect so far, but 5 birdies in a row is still going to be just fine.
Yep, as we see Yale tapping in her par as well. Got a little squirrely in the chains, but stuck for her. Hole 11, we have our 357-foot par 3 with this little gully creek lining the fairway here. The basket is fairly protected, so we have a lot of low-hanging branches that can make putts tough depending on what angle you're looking at.
Yep, and got out of bounds on both sides, so angle control very important. This one is overturned, but it has the late stability to come back, and it's parked. Oh my god, what a shot!
What a reaction! Great shot there. Looks like Lorenzen's going for more of a flex play, but check up short for her. She'll find herself middle of circle 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough putt to run with the low ceiling, like you said. So most likely a layup, but you never know. She's been running some deep ones today. It's been working out.
Looks like Yale was going to take more of a turnover approach, but didn't quite get the angle on it and did bail out, but stayed safe.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get to that OB just because it's like uphill and there's the grass. So most discs that fade out left are going to stay inbounds. This one looks, it was looking good from Michelle, but
what a rude bush.
Yeah.
A little bit turnover on her upshot there. She should still have a putt to save par.
Yep, just a layup for Yale. Lorentzen. Let's see. I mean, she hasn't had a par in the whole round, so might as well give it a go. But it does catch those branches.
I also feel like this has been a common theme throughout our rounds here, where we see all of our players taking their second, sometimes third shots before we even get to Donnecke's disc. Though that is not to surpass the great putt there from Yale.
Yeah, she's been parking seemingly everything. Good par save from Michelle as well. But I mean, that's the way to play these courses, right? Like, I would not want to putt on any of these greens or in this wind if at all possible. So the fact that she has so many stress-free little tap-ins is
might as well park it.
Yeah, it's going to be great for both her scorecard and mental fortitude.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Jinx.
Brain jinx. All right, hole 12, par 4, 460 feet. We do have the cart path snaking through this hole. It's kind of a blind shot for our players, so the basket's tucked into this grove of trees, so we'll most likely see players trying to take a spike hyzer into this so that they have something to work with to get up and down for their birdies.
Yeah, just want as much distance as you can get off the tee, and then kind of just figure it out from there. This one's fading a little early, but does skip over that hill, so should be very doable up and down from there.
This is looking a little straighter, but checks up, and that should give her a better look into the green.
Yeah, the straight shot's good as long as you just don't turn it over, right? There's an OB car path on the right, but if you push straight the whole time with a little bit of fade at the end, that is going to work out just fine. Like this one is looking also very good with a little finish.
Yep.
Doesn't quite get around the hill, but still a good shot.
And this is, unfortunately, I think that is a golf green that she does find over there, hyzering out a little bit too early.
Yeah, tough break for Michelle. Good recovery shot, though. Slides it all the way up to the basket, so she is going to save the par.
Yeah, that was not an easy shot, and she executed it very well. It looks like, oh no, okay. Way to stay in. Unfortunately, it looked like it just came out a little bit there earlier there for Yale. And this was tough. We have this low ceiling. It's hard to control the angle correctly to get the disc to not hit the hill, but also not hit the branches as you're getting up to the green. We see Donnecke coming up a little bit short.
Yeah, it's you got to rely on the ground play, but at the same time, still commit to the shot to give it enough speed to get that skip and slide. So a lot of these players are ending up out in that deep circle 2 range.
Yep, you can just see them going for the layup there. There's really not much they can work with the branches. Oh, unfortunate band hit there from Saggboy.
Yeah, low wind left, so gonna have to settle for the bogey. And yeah, kind of surprising, even all around for the card on this one. It is kind of middle of the pack in terms of difficulty at a 3.85 average, but definitely one you'd at least like to give yourself a look on.
Or just be parked for birdie, like Lorentzen here.
Yeah, that'll do. Keep the hot round going.
Yes. Speaking of, we have our leaderboard check-in through our 12 holes. We have some really hot rounds coming in from Katarina Bjorkis and Maria Olivia, as well as some hot rounds from some other players as well. So this course is shooting really well here, which we expect with those par 4s that can be eagleable, a lot of birdie or eagle opportunities as we head into another short par 4, 375 feet for hole 13. However, once again, we have a precarious green with a lot of hazard right around it.
Yeah, the Innova course we are on is very much a stay in bounds and you should score kind of course. Obviously, that's easier said than done, but yeah, so far you kind of see when players that have played clean and hit their gaps off the tee and avoided the hazards are scoring well. This one a bit pulled, but it fought through, so a good break there for Donnecke. She's still very much in position.
Yeah, you don't see things fighting through the trees out here very often, so really emphasis on the power that she has to get through that. But while it's 375 feet, all these players can most likely reach that. It plays further with the way that it's uphill and avoiding those large palm trees. What we're seeing here from Yale is pretty common.
Yeah, you essentially just have to go high spike hyzer to get out of this little gully, which obviously takes a lot of distance off. So all these players just kind of accepting that, pitching out into the open and trying to throw their up shots well for the birdie.
And oh, can you stop? No.
Oh my gosh, that was a great up shot. Okay, luckily it does stay in bounds, but tough roll away there.
Good grief. I was gonna say this is a very similar upshot to what we saw back on hole 9, I believe. Just trying to take the forehand approach. Good execution there from Emily.
Yeah, the hillside should catch the forehand well. Although if you throw too overstable of a disc, sometimes you can get a tough roll. Only thing here is just don't come up short in that hazard. You can even just give this one a little bit of a run if you want. Ooh, nice shot from Lorentzen.
Yeah. She's got really good control of that upshot forehand. I'm not sure what disc she's using, but has really executed it well. As we see a layup there from Donnecke after her scary roll away.
Yeah, par on this one's fine. for Saggboy, just a bit low, maybe overcompensating for the miss on the last hole.
And I feel like Yale has found herself in this position a few times, putting down at the basket. It's going to be scary out here, but she, once again, executes well and snags a great birdie.
Yeah, good solid putt. She's had to kind of fight to keep herself in this one. In this round, had a tough start, but plenty of opportunities here down the stretch to grab some birdies, get herself back under par for the round, and make a push here in this event.
Yeah, it's a long tournament. There's a lot of jockeying of the leaderboard. It's important to just stay focused and keep grinding.
Yeah, and there will also be, we haven't mentioned it yet, a cut after round 3 to the top 40% of the field. So that'll definitely be something that we will keep an eye on in the next round.
So make sure you follow along. The entertainment never stops as we head into hole 14, par 5, 777 feet. Once again, we have OB lining the fairway, OB golf green, some friendly geese faces, and the baskets tucked up on the hill. Like you said, the four horsemen of...
Four Horsemen of Las Vegas. Copyright. Trademark Nathan Johnson. Wind, slopey greens, geese, and I don't know what's the fourth.
And that's a terrible trademark if you say
Hazards. I don't know. Put it on a t-shirt. Good tee shot from Lorentzen. Just put something out there. This is basically a max distance type of throw. I would say this is eagleable, but there is that golf green short of the basket, which is out of bounds. So I would say most players are most likely going to lay this one up on their second. I think Sofia is probably like the only player in this field that would have enough distance to consider going for it, and this one looks a little too high. So I don't even think after this drive that she's gonna go for the basket on her second.
And it's still round 2, but like you said, we're going to be ending at this course, so it'll be interesting to see if their approaches or where they're attacking the hole changes.
Yeah, that's a good point. If somebody needs to make up a stroke or two, this could definitely be an opportunity to do that in round 4. So 4 good tee shots, all in bounds, all in position. Players just going to play up this golf fairway on this one and put themselves in position. But early release from Michelle, that is a tough mistake to make there.
Oh, check up. All right. Flirting with that cart path over there, but she does check up nicely.
Yeah, this one just a position play for Donnecke, although, oh no, she was going for it.
Yes, she was.
And it did not work out. That is out of bounds. There is space on the left side of that green where you can be safe and pin high with it, or not pin high, but green high, which looks like this is what Lorentzen's playing to. But it's kind of a small strip, so it's a bit of an aggressive layup play if you want to play to that landing zone. But it worked out for Lykke.
Yeah, and those golf greens can be hard to see as well with the way that they're marked. It can be difficult with the way that the fairways are rolling to be able to make a clear distinction of where to aim for, especially if you're trying to bail off right on the left-hand side of it, like you mentioned.
That was not a hazard that Emily was standing in. That was just a dirt patch. And a good upshot, going to go a bit long. So she'll have an uphill putt from there. Donnecke looking to get up and down to save her par. That one is in position. Does Michelle get any bonus points for the leaner?
I feel like you always get bonus points for a leaner, just because.
Style points. Little low for Emily. I think that was a birdie look, so just a tap in par for her. This is a par save for Sofia after finding the out of bounds on her second. Good clean up there for her.
Yeah, and when you can make a save like that, why not go for it?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think round 4 we'll keep an eye out. I think if her tee shot was a little lower, a little more driven out the hand, I think she definitely has the distance to eagle this one. So we'll see in round 4 if she can pull that off. Assuming, knock on wood, she stays on the lead card.
And look at this round from Lorentzen as well. Down 7, only 1 par in sight on the scorecard, 1 blemish on the front. Pretty impressive stuff. Hole 15, par 3, 249 feet. We have an interesting mix of ground here. So we have the hard pan, we have the golf fairway. You can see players just trying to take that forehand and skip it up into the green.
Oh, look out. Good dodge from Dave there. That was a nice shot from Lorentzen. Goes a little deep, actually. It's going to be on the back side of that green.
This is looking good there from Yale. Probably 15 feet there for her birdie.
That was a nice forehand. See what Donnecke can do. This looks a bit pulled. But gets the ground play.
Stable, probably drive her a fairway to get the ground play there. And she'll be right inside the circle. Saggboy is keeping with her backhand.
Bit of a slow back 9 for Michelle. She got off to a nice start, but that one's sneaky. Sneaking through the right side.
Just a sneaky little frizz.
Oh,
I thought that was in. That looked great there from Lorentzen.
Yeah, I mean, we know she hates pars, so, why might as well just ring up the 60-footer. It was definitely a good effort.
I think we've seen a lot of those from her as well. She seems to do a great job with those long putts. A little bit high there from Donnecke, leaving her with a longer comebacker than she wants in this wind.
Yeah, a little headwind lift. Now this one's most likely going to drop, so gotta keep it high and just not enough height there. That is a tough 3-putt on this hole, which is one of the easier ones. 5th easiest on the course, so...
Yeah, especially after you see some great play from Lorentzen as she's now just 1 stroke back or tied here, depending on what we see.
Most likely will be tied. Nice putt from Michelle, grabbing the birdie. And a similar distance for Yale.
Great putt. Yeah, we've seen Donnecke really leading the charge here, but now she's getting some pressure up there in the lead.
Yeah, I feel like Sofia's been kind of streaky in her scoring. Lorentzen's just kind of been slow and steady, just, giving herself looks. Hasn't made every putt, but has made the ones that she's needed to. And
that's a pretty scorecard that she has right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we have our check-in here. Katrina Allen with the hot round right now, down 8, closely followed by Maria Olivia and Lykke with down 7. Some exciting golf here. Hole 16, par 5, 888 feet. Players are wanting to just get through the gap here, not think about it too much, get out in the fairway, the big bomber shots. You're going to want to navigate once again around this little water feature area, coming up short or shooting over the OP golf green and finding the green nestled in these long willow trees up at the basket.
Yeah, this is a definitely worthy of the par five. A three shot hole for sure. Like you said, most players are just gonna try to get that second as close to the golf green as possible. And even then, the third shot is not too easy. The basket's kind of tucked back in that corner. You've got Obi pretty close behind. So plenty of room for score separation on this one. Doesn't really come on the first or the second shot, but as you get closer up into that green, the hole definitely tightens up.
And even though that is a large gap with a lot of airspace, those trees can just get in your head.
Yeah, you can't ignore them. That's for sure. Maybe worth taking off like 2% power just to make sure that you're gonna hit the gap.
Yeah, definitely don't want to take off 3% power.
No, 3% is way too much. Then you just, you'll be done. So, Sofia, I don't think she took off any power there though. That was smoked about 50 feet past everybody else on the card. So, she's looking like she's in fine position.
Good shot there from Yale, just chipping her way down the fairway. Dodge the bird. Turns it over a little bit, but stays safe. I think one of my favorite parts about this Las Vegas challenge is seeing all the little birds walking around.
The geese are incredible. We need we need like a highlight package of just bird shots, Not like discs hitting birds, but like just like camera shots of birds that are just hanging out, and
Birds
like
doing bird stuff.
Birds being spectators. Yeah, exactly. Do some wait, this is the origin of the Two Hot Geese. I mean, I think is Las Vegas challenge, so it's only fitting that the goose have made their presence known, if you will.
I think maybe we need that for the 2025 coverage.
Yeah, good call. So from here, Michelle and Emily still going to have to lay up. Not quite enough distance to go across.
Oh, great layup.
Yeah, living on the edge a little bit there, coming a little close, but it's kind of that tweener distance where I think I think Emily has the distance to go over here. It's probably like upper 300s to get to the basket, I would say. But just the shape of it is not easy. So.
Oh goodness. They are just flirting with that line, but I mean, those are some great layups.
Yeah, it's a bit deceptive too because there's kind of like that hillside. So yeah, they're not as close as it looks, but that was a very nice shot from Lorentzen. Sticks it into the hill up by the green.
To pretend in my head that they were right on the cusp.
Yeah, we gotta bring some drama to the hole. gotta keep the people on the edge of their seats. You never know what's gonna happen next. Good shot from Donnecke as well. Puts it a little closer in position for birdie.
This is looking a little bit overturned, and unfortunately, like you mentioned, there is that OB behind the basket, and she does find it.
Yeah, it comes up quick. It's a quick green. If you get your disc on the wrong angle, you can very easily slide back into that out of bounds. This one is well thrown from Yale, in position to play the hole pretty perfectly for par. And Lucky's just cruising now. She has found her gear. I think that puts her at 8 under for the round.
I mean,
there's still a couple birdies out there.
I think what you said in the beginning with needing to start with the bogey to get her going seems to be the play.
Yeah, it's worked so far. 2 for 2 at least. We'll see. We'll see if she decides to stick with that strategy in round 3 or if she tries something different. Michelle, this is a bogey putt, and that one definitely could have stuck. A lot of right side chains. Just adding insult to the pre-existing injury.
A little bit high for Yale there as well.
Maybe a little late round fatigue, a little lapse in focus. A couple short putts missed for these two. Tough day.
Definitely some frustration as you move over into hole 17. Par 4, 567 feet. Like you mentioned, fatigue can start coming into play because these are a lot of big shots for our players. Once again, trying to pump something out here and taking your second shot, hopefully, up into this protected green with OB right behind it once again.
Yep, I like this forehand play that Lorentzen's going with off the tee. There is a out-of-bounds cart path on the left-hand side, so this shot will fade away from that. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that goose almost got, if you will. But luckily,
no reaction from them as well. You can tell
the geese are unfazed. It's crazy.
They've seen things. They've done things.
That was massive shot from Sofia, just max distance.
Yeah, you can see the cart in front of them putting in the background.
Yeah, that is definitely going to put her in position. This one a little pulled from Emily. We'll see if it has the late stability.
Oh, my heart stopped. Oh my gosh.
And yet again, the geese are unfazed.
That goose almost lost its head.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a timely duck from the goose too. If it was standing upright, it would not have ended well.
Get it? Duck, goose.
Oh yeah, I didn't even try that. I wish I was that comedically in tune with my. Anyway, so Lucky's got like probably in the 300 foot range here. A little bit of a turnover. She's looking at into the green. Not an easy shot shape. Gotta keep it moving left to right the whole time. But this looks like a great angle. Wow, actually goes a bit deep, almost out of bounds. Living on the edge there.
A little bit short there for Saggboy. Potentially afraid that she was getting charged by geese, but that is okay.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with those guys, that's for sure.
Just is looking a little bit turned over from Yale, but does have good stability and finds herself.
That was a good roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25, 30 footer.
It'd be a little awkward with that tree, but
yeah.
See what she has.
Yeah.
This is what Donnecke is left with.
Yeah, just a little chip forehand for her, and that is how you play the hole right there, folks. Making it look easy.
I feel like we've said that a few times.
Yeah, it is becoming a common theme. Pitch up for Michelle. She'll have a tap in par. Looks like the tree is actually not in the way.
Oh, okay.
So, pretty open putt.
Looked good, just needed a little bit more height.
This has been her range. 40 footer, so left side.
Gee.
That's how you know it's your day. When you catch the last chain on the left side and it still goes in. Big putt for Lucky. That puts her in the lead, I mean, temporarily, because Sofia's about to tap in a birdie too, but
yeah.
These two are having a nice little battle.
Yeah, definitely exciting. And you can see them pulling away and going tit for tat. It's exciting, like you just said.
Tit for tat, blow for blow. Like a heavyweight fight. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Okay,
just kidding. These two women are much better golfers than Jake Paul is at boxing. Come at me in the comments.
Hole 18, par 5, 720 feet. This is one we've seen a lot happen on final rounds. A lot to contend with. We have this snaking green, a lot of water, and this super tight green here. Sorry, snaking fairway, lots of water and tight green.
Yeah,
Oh
you knew what you meant. Chip kind of hole, right? As you said on the whatever the other one was. Just play for position off the tee. You can pitch over the little isthmus on the second shot.
Oh.
Yeah, you like there. There's some good geography vocab for you there, and hopefully play up into this green.
Suddenly I'm in like 6th grade again.
Yeah. Don't ask me how to spell isthmus, but I think I used the word correctly. I don't know if anybody will go for this. Probably not in the final round unless you need to make up strokes. Today, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. You don't need to get crazy with it. Just stay safe. Avoid the bogeys if you can, and move on. A little bit low, but good ground play.
Yeah, I got a nice little scoot, a nice little scuttle for Michelle. Keeps her in position. Yeah, this layup can be difficult. It's not a very wide landing zone. But that's a nice forehand to play it into the hill for Emily and keep her in position.
Looks like Saggboy's gonna play. Never mind. I was gonna say she's gonna play over the water, but instead she takes a more safe Anheuser approach. Lands perfectly.
Yeah, that was nice. Just keep it over the inbounds the entire way. Never really a doubt. Lorentzen.
You can see. Oh, sorry.
You're good. She just has the luxury of distance here. There's if you can throw it farther, there's a little more space on the left.
Yep. And this gives a good angle to where the green is. And it looks like she's not even trying to lay up. She's trying to get across and get as close as she can. Ooh. And she does.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Plenty of space up there past the skinnier part of the fairway, and she'll just have probably like a 90-foot jump putt from there. And a nice, easy birdie. Good shot from Michelle. Long putt. We'll see if she gives it a run.
Yep. Following your rules of chip, chip, chip.
Yep. Still on schedule. Emily looking to do the same. That one looks good if it's got the distance. Yeah.
Yep.
There is out of bounds behind the basket, probably no more than 10 feet, so that's really the only mistake to make on this one is to just sail it into those wood chips. You can get into trouble. This one is a little wide, little tester.
This sun makes me envious, and if you want to keep that envy going, make sure you keep going with us through the next couple weeks here in February as we release one round of this throwback coverage each week of February.
All right, big putt for Lorentzen. Keep a share of the lead going into round 3. Just barely sneaks it over the rim. And what a round. 10 under. With 3 bogeys.
She had her foot on the gas that whole time.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was very impressive to watch. I know there were some other hot rounds kind of lurking, so we'll see after we take a look at the leaderboard if that one will hold up. But either way, very good round. Very impressive round from Lucky Lorentzen. Emily Yale ends it with a birdie, gets her back to even par. Battle of a round for her, but way to finish on a high note.
And the battle continues. Nice birdie there from Donnecke as well. As we'll see Saggboy tap in her par.
And that'll do it.
Yeah. So make sure you join us back at the Infinite Course for round 3. Oh, turtle coverage now? Look at all these nature moments.
As the small turtle walks his way across the fairway, you'll see me, David Attenborough, with you for the back 9. Just kidding. This is the back 9.
This, or if you don't, make sure you check in either way.
Nobody wants more of this. Lucky Lorentzen, hot round, 10 under par. Maria Oliva, 9 under. Katrina Allen, 8 under par. That is a heck of a lead card that we will have for you for round 3 over at the Infinite Course. Thanks to Elevation Disc for sponsoring this coverage.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.